I mean, I saw Max do that trick when I was like 17 years old.
Wow.
And it really, I mean, we should say it's an important part of his legacy. I think.
It is.
That trick.
Yes.
When this trick first surfaced and Max surfaced doing this trick, I mean, it kind of, it had mythic, legendary sort of status.
Sit back and settle in. Join Matt King and Eric Mead as they guide you through every detail of this legendary creation, sharing stories.
For instance, Jamie Swiss has told me the story. Like he saw this trick and he went to Max and said, "I loved it." And Max is like, "I'm not talking about it. I don't talk about that trick."
And Max said no.
And Max said no. And so he was very secretive about this.
Laughter.
Wait,
Wow.
can I read you something real quick?
Yes, please do it.
So he's usually accompanied by derisive laughter, which will be deserved. Okay.
And I miss that guy. I really miss that guy.
And the kind of insight that only comes from those who knew it best. Step inside the theater with Eric Mead and watch impressions come to life in front of a live audience.
You may probably realize that I think a lot about cards and about interesting things to do with cards. And I look for inspiration from the world in what I could do with cards that would be interesting to people. And one of the places that I've found inspiration from is other branches of show business, right? You look around, you see in theater and dance and film, and you try to pull things from that and maybe apply it to cards. And one of the things I've noticed lately is that on TikTok and on Instagram and other online places, there's a lot of interest and a lot of sharing and clicks and likes on impressionists. Do you know what I'm talking about? People who do an impression of a celebrity or a politician, talk like them, look like them, move like them, right? Used to be Nixon way back when, but now it's all kinds of people. I wanted to see if I could take that idea of an impressionist and apply it to cards. And so I started training one of my cards to do impressions of other cards, right? This seems crazy. But I brought my star pupil with me and I'm going to introduce you to him. Oh, and I should tell you, when you first see him, you probably won't be that impressed, but that's to be expected. If you saw a great impressionist in the grocery store, you probably wouldn't be impressed until he did an impression. So, keep your expectations low until we actually begin. So from a blue deck of cards, and there he is right there. The Joker. Also sometimes called the wild card, because in certain card games, he can behave like under the cards. This could be an ace or a 4 or 9. So he's a natural at this, right? And as you'll see in a moment, he's pretty good. He's gotten really good, actually. So my little impressionist from the blue back deck, which will be important in a moment, as you'll see. And I'm going to try to get him to do some impressions of cards from a red back deck. Okay, and I'll pick a few cards. Let's go with Ace of Spades and 2 of Spades and the 3 of Spades. Those are kind of easy to remember and visualize cards. Ace, 2, 3. And here's how this works. I take my little impressionist, I put him face to face with the other cards. We give him a moment to size up the situation. That's what that looks like. And then he'll start, let's say he starts with the 3, right? He goes face to face. We give him a second. Yeah, and now all of a sudden, he does a spot-on impression of the 3 of Spades. It looks exactly like it, right? From the front, from the back, and feel, there's nothing stuck to it or weird going on there, right? He does a perfect impression of the 3 of Spades. And if we give him a second to size things up again, like this, if he started with the 3, what should be next? The 2. Yes, good, okay. We give him a moment like this, and then suddenly he does a dead-on impression of the 2 of Spades. He looks exactly like it. You can tell from the back, but not from the front. And then one last time, we size up the situation. There's 1 card left, and it's a really tricky one, because the Ace of Spades, look at it. It's got all that printing on it, little sentence at the bottom, those dots in the middle of the ace. It's a very difficult card to do an impression of. But if we give him a second like that, he looks exactly like the Ace of Spades. You can't tell. And you can feel there's nothing stuck to it or weird going on there, right? Ace, 2, 3, 1 by 1. Now, I think we could stop there, and we'd have a very fine little mystery. But some people have mentioned to me that I'm the one who chose the ace, 2, and 3, so maybe those are special cards that he's already sort of pre-rehearsed, right? Do you know what I mean by that? Sort of pre-rehearsed? Okay, I'm looking for, these aren't rhetorical questions. I could use the feedback. So would you do me a favor? It's Emma, right? Emma, I'm going to spread the cards out. So instead of a card that I choose, we'll do it with one that you choose. So just touch the back of any card there. Oh, this one right there. Let's see see how you've done. And you've gotten the 8 of spades. It's a difficult card, okay? Because first of all, there's a lot more dots on it, right? And black, a lot of ink. So we give him a second like this. Yes, okay, there it is. Exactly like you said. From the back you can tell, but from the front, you know, so it's a dead-on impression. I think we could stop there. Perfectly fine little mystery. But you chose that card from a face-down deck. How about this? Lisa, I'll spread them out like this. Just name any card you see there. Oh, the Queen of Hearts. Okay. That's a very difficult card to do an impression of, you know. Because look, there's all of this yellow ink and dots and flowers and very, very hard. I don't know if this is up to this tonight. Give me a second. Oh, look at that. A perfect impression. Perfect, spot-on impression of the Queen of Hearts. Now we could stop there, but I feel like what we need for this now is a finale. And there's one thing that I have learned that my impressionists can do that I think is really, really weird. Doesn't always work, but when it does, it's amazing. And that is not a card that I choose, not a card that you choose, an imaginary card. Would you do me a favor?
Sure.
I'll spread the cards out like this. Take one out, but not really. Pretend to take one so you get an imaginary card from that deck of cards. Got it? Okay, give it to me. Oh, show it around. Let them see it. Okay, yeah. And put it on my hand. Oh, face up, please.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Face up. So now my impressionist goes on there like this. We give him a moment to size up the situation, just like he has before. And now I take him off. And there you can see an imaginary card. It doesn't even exist. What would it look like if he could do an impression of an imaginary card? I think it would look exactly like that. And feel it. Feel it. There's nothing weird going on there. All right, so I'm going to hang on to this. And you get to keep this as a souvenir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.